Okay, this is going to be hard for me to do because I don't like looking at myself lately for whatever reason. I don't know. But I am attempting to make a video that I've actually been meaning to do for my kids and grandkids, my son to encourage him, and because Mark Lowry has a great idea in that I won't be here for my grandkids more than likely. Never know, it might be, but it's a way to leave behind uh, even Anthony, if he keeps up with it at all. And if he doesn't, that's okay. But I know I wish I had more videos of my mom and my dad, and I have very few, like one, I think, of each. But to follow up on a challenge that Mark Lowry is doing, I'm trying to look at the camera more. He's challenged us to make videos of things about ourselves and singing hymns. I like that idea because I like watching Mark because he does hymns, and it's nice to see someone else enjoying the hymns. It's hard to listen to them, to hear them without um, it being on something with commercials and ads and sung all the way through and sung right without mocking it or having to change the music. There's nothing wrong with singing it or playing it in whatever music the Lord gives you, singing to the Lord a new song. And a lot of the hymns that we sing are music that wasn't the original. A lot of them just wrote the hymns to sing, and then some of them, it was a poem first. Some of them, they wrote it together the way it was played. But I really appreciate that it's so close to the way the Bible itself is written because it's scripture put to work. It's not focusing on circumstance. It's not focusing, focusing on social issues and stuff, which is no problem. But I just love it when it's all about God, God, God. And so I do this to encourage Mark as well. Mark Lowry is who I'm talking about. In case some of you do not know who Mark Lowry is, he is a really sweet person. He's a Christian comedian who's been an encouragement to me and my son for many years. And I cannot tell you the value of how much his presence has been just on the TV, watching and singing with him. Even though it is kind of interactive with him, I mean, he's reading comments and he's putting music together, him and Kevin Williams and friends of his, um, to be able to listen to and to sing to, which I will not be getting up in front of a church or people to sing, but here we are on this video. Anyway, I hope to try to do three hymns. I'm nervous, people. Um, 3 hymns at a time. I'm hoping to preserve some hymns in the same time that I'm doing this. I'm preserving songs I may never be able to find or hear. But today I'm going to start with one because I tried this in the car and it recorded very strangely using my phone. I was talking very video wise. It was moving me, but it wasn't with my voice, which was just normal and calm. But I noticed that I didn't look at the camera because I really don't want to see myself. Is what I really don't see. But yeah, we're just gonna start with one to see how this works. I'm on my tablet now, so we'll see how this goes. And pray for Mark Lowry because he just had his surgery today on his eyes, his left eye today. It was the right eye 2 weeks ago, and it's still healing. So pray for him. Um, and we'll just do this hymn. See if I can sing, thinking of it as a video that I'll be sharing later. The hymn the Lord gave me today in my devotion was, "Oh, be careful, little eyes, what you see." I was in Proverbs, reading where Solomon was reciting what David said to him, and he was saving it for his children. So how cool is that? How the Lord works. I love that. That's what I love about watching Mark is that he has such a joy for the Lord. He has such a heart and a joy. I love that. Someone else in love with the Lord. That's right. Um, oh, be careful, little eyes, what you see. Oh, be careful, little eyes, what you see. For the Father up above, He is looking down in the. Oh, be careful, little eyes, what you see. Oh, be careful, little ears, what you hear. Oh, be careful, little ears, what you hear. For the Father up above, He is looking down in love. Oh, be careful, little ears, what you hear. Oh, be careful, little tongue, what you say. Oh, be careful, little tongue, what you say. For the Father up above, He is looking down in love. Oh, be careful, little tongue, what you say. Oh, be careful, little hands, what you do. Oh, be careful, little hands, what you do. For the Father up above, He is looking down in love. Oh, be careful, little hands, what you do. Oh, be careful, little feet, where you go. Oh, be careful, little feet, where you go. For the Father up above, He is looking down in love. Oh, be careful, little feet, where you go. Oh, be careful, little heart, what you love. Oh, be careful, little heart, what you love. For the Father up above, He is looking down in love. Oh, be careful, little excuse me, heart, what you love. Oh, be careful, little mind, what you think. Oh, be careful, little mind, what you think. For the Father up above, He is looking down in love. Oh, be careful, little mind, what you think. And remember, oh, be careful, little life, what you live, how you live. Oh, be careful, little life, how you live. For the Father up above, He is looking down in love. Oh, be careful, little life, how you live. And the kids usually sing that 3 times. Most kids' hymns, they sing 3 times in a row, or have 3 rounds for the one song. I was smiling because when I got to Oh, be careful, little ears, what you hear. I don't know if you could hear it, but the dogs just barking and barking and barking in the neighborhood. And it's just God. I love how God's got a great sense of humor. And so I was looking up at God and hearing those doggies bark, Patty and Alan's dogs. And then at one point, the cell phone, I have a frog sound for getting texts. So hope you enjoyed God's little sense of humor. I do. I know the hymns are sung differently in different places and that there are different versions of that song. That's okay. Sing it however you do. I love watching people like Mark and Brenda Gant, and when they say things, and Mama Sue in her kitchen. I love how it's no matter what they're doing, they're just sharing what they're doing and just spending time with you. And they just, these people that could want to just fight over stuff in the comments. I don't tend to keep up with the comments um, because of that. But I love how they're just like, if you do it different, that's okay. And if you sing it different, that's okay. And that is so how the Lord is with us. Somebody He may have called into praise and worship, someone He may have called into um, hymns, gospel, some very southern gospel, some just in the church. It just depends, and it's okay. Excuse me. I personally think it's most important to learn them to take with us because I think that's what God intended. So, my favorite thing about hymns, you don't need to know a tune. Even if you don't know it, you can make a tune to it. But the majority of people, once they've heard it, can remember the tune. It's the words you have a hard time. Which I will put this with this video. Anthony, when he was in Bible college, had a professor that taught him the music, and he was a long time professor, was really respected because he was really gifted, very disciplined in his life as well as music, but had such a sweet spirit. And he was also Anthony's Sunday school teacher. And he told him that he was encouraging them that in their daily devotions each day, not just to read a chapter and a verse if that's what you're doing, but to take a hymn each day, read it through the way it's written, not in the poem form, not in trying to make sure it rhymes. Just read as the message it is, and read it the whole entire thing, and then sing it because he was saying that it helps you remember the hymn better to know what the message is. And hello, it does. And that the majority of people don't know their hymns all the way through, not even their favorite. That if they do, it might be a hymn here and there, but to remember all the hymns, all the words, all the way is actually very rare. And so he's right about that. And we'd adopted it into our daily devotions years ago and used to do that. And it helped me put so many hymns in here and in here. And I struggle with memory bad. I have a lot of health issues and it affects being able to remember. So the last thing I'll say as I'm going to finish this long video, sorry. I'm so sorry to my blogging friends that I haven't been on in quite a long time. Um, it's just been hard, like it has been for a lot of us. And with the Lord's help, I'll try to do more of this and make sure to put it on the blog as well. I know and I'm grateful that you guys are blessed by the poetry, and I thank God for that because I made the blog following another challenge for a friend then that the Lord led me to do. And so many of you are blessed that that's why it's still going. But I'm sorry that I've been using my poetry for both blogs and have not really kept in touch and kept in check up with you. It's no excuse for not encouraging and for praising God, but it's just been a little hard, and I'm going to try with God's help. But for now, this is trying to get the first video actually done. So thanks for putting up with a long video. Love you guys. And Mark, I don't know if you'll see it or not, but thanks for the encouragement. We all should use what resources the Lord gives us to encourage others and to leave to our children. Pictures have become very hard to come by anymore because everyone's got them on their phones and stuff. And to share apps, not every app matches. And people are accidentally having things deleted they never knew were deleted. And it's not as easy to get pictures as people thinks. People think. um, so I actually kind of miss that we have pictures to look through a photo album. But in this situation, I'm able to hopefully share this and store this for my grandkids or great grandkids. Wouldn't that be awesome? Okay. Love you guys. Praying for you. And remember, God loves you so much. More than I could ever express. And I'm praying He's going to help you see that. Okay. Love you. Bye.